is to stand up for Oregonians, protect them, and just have a direct conversation with the federal administration about what is happening on the ground here in Portland. We talked about safety. We talked about safely allowing folks to peacefully protest. No one in Oregon is interested in seeing military policing on our streets when people are protesting peacefully.
You just heard from Governor Tina Kotek speaking out after a surprise visit from Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem today in Portland.
And Noem met with the governor before her convoy headed to the ICE facility in South Portland. We've been hearing reaction to her visit from local leaders and from protesters. We have team coverage tonight on the secretary's visit.
Fox 12's McKenna Marks is joining us live after speaking with protesters today. McKenna, what's the mood out there?
Yeah, good evening. Well, right now I'm standing on the corner of South Bancroft and Bond, just about a block down the street from the ICE facility. And I want to show you that a few more protesters and spectators have come lined up against this roadblock here. We have seen some Trump supporters and protesters kind of arguing back and forth, but we haven't seen any physical altercations happening here this evening. Now, as you can see, the road still is blocked and the area surrounding the ICE facility is still blocked off by PPB. Now, we did see, I've seen now 2 people trying to bike through this area and they were redirected by PPB. Haven't seen any issues there. We've learned that Secretary Kristi Noem has since left the building around 2 o'clock this afternoon, and that was her visit here today. That was the reason for these roadblocks. We were here when her motorcade arrived at the ICE building earlier this afternoon. At one point, we saw her up on the roof with a group of people, but that's the only time we were able to get eyes on her before she left the building just after 2 o'clock. Protesters have been split up into 3 areas surrounding the building because of the roadblocks. I spoke to a protester who wanted to come down to the building today because of Noem's visit.
I am not afraid to be against fascism. And she's trying to make me afraid, so I had to come down in this scary outfit to make sure it's clear that we as Portlanders will not be intimidated.
Other protesters I've spoken to tell me they are concerned about the narrative the Trump administration has been pushing about what's going on in Portland. But folks have also said they're not discouraged and plan to keep protesting outside of the ICE building. Again, the last update we've received about Secretary Noem's location was her leaving the ICE facility around 2:15 this afternoon. Earlier in the day, though, we know that she met with a long list of local officials, including Portland Police Chief Bob Day, Oregon State Police Superintendent Casey Cotting, and Multnomah County Sheriff Nicole Morrissey O'Donnell. Now, we'll be sure to keep you updated as we learn more information about the exact purpose of Secretary Noem's visit here in Portland. But until then, reporting live from South Portland, McKenna Marks, Fox 12 Oregon.
McKenna, thank you. It was a busy day for Secretary Noem. A high-level law enforcement meeting was held following her arrival.
Yeah, Noem met with Multnomah County Sheriff Nicole Morrissey O'Donnell, Oregon State Police Superintendent Casey Cotting, and Portland Police Chief Bob Day, who we heard from moments ago. Chief Day held a news conference less than an hour ago to discuss the meeting.
Fox 12's Michaela Armstrong is live downtown with the chief's reaction.
Yeah, Chief Day mentioned that he was grateful to meet with Secretary Noem. He said despite their differences, they did share the same value of safety. He said national troop deployment was not mentioned in that meeting, but his hope to find a holistic approach and to put safety first was. Chief Day also mentioned how PPB prioritizes the whole city, and he believes that to change what is happening near the ICE facility, it takes a community approach. His reaction after the meeting has been questioned, with some saying that he looked defeated. Chief Day says that couldn't be more untrue.
I'm 57 years old, and I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately. If people want to suggest that I look defeated, then that's certainly a perception, but the reality is there's a great deal of responsibility that comes with this position. And I do not feel defeated. I'm actually encouraged by the continued opportunity we have as a city to step forward and create a different narrative. And I don't say that lightly.
Chief Day also mentioned that one arrest has happened near the ICE facility, and they anticipate more. In downtown Portland, Michaela Armstrong, Fox 12 Oregon.
Thank you, Michaela. Meanwhile, Governor Kotek has directed the United States Northern Command to immediately demobilize 200 Oregon National Guard citizen soldiers. Also, the governor directed the 200 California National Guard members to go back to their home state. Oregon National Guardsmen have been training at Camp Rylea in Warrenton on the northern Oregon coast. This comes after a U.S. judge ruled that the president lacks the authority to federalize the Oregon National Guard or any National Guard from any state.
Well, despite Governor Kotek's latest order, a National Guard troop deployment in Portland could ultimately be decided on Thursday in a federal appellate court.
Fox 12's Anna Katayama joins us in the studio now with more on the legal battle that really still is not yet over.
Yes, we'll be following developments closely on Thursday. The U.S. Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals is going to hear oral arguments scheduled for Thursday morning in front of a panel of appellate court judges. Now, this comes after the Trump administration appealed a temporary restraining order that was issued over the weekend by a federal judge in Oregon. It blocked National Guard troop deployment in Oregon for now. That order was ultimately appealed by the Trump administration, citing ongoing protests at the ICE facility on Portland's south waterfront. In court proceedings, the state of Oregon and the city of Portland have argued that local law enforcement and federal agents already present at that facility have the situation under control. The panel hearing arguments over the appeal are made up of 2 judges appointed by President Trump and 1 judge appointed by President Clinton. The hearing is set to begin at 9 in the morning Thursday, as we mentioned, in San Francisco. In studio, Anna Katayama, Fox 12 Oregon.
Anna, thank you. 6 U.S. senators representing states that President Trump has sought to force National Guard deployments to against state and local objections issued a statement condemning it. The statement also involves Senators Ron Wyden and Jeff Merkley here in Oregon. In the statement, the group of senators say, quote, whether in Los Angeles, Chicago, or Portland, the Trump administration continues fabricating claims of chaos and crime on American streets to justify his false assertions that there is a need to deploy troops into our cities, all while literally defunding our police by cutting funding that helps local law enforcement make our cities safer.
A Portland man made his first court appearance today after allegedly assaulting a federal officer near the ICE office in South Portland. 38-year-old Alexander J. Boyce faces felony charges. Court documents reveal that on Sunday, Boyce was allegedly part of a group blocking the ICE building driveway despite multiple warnings. When officers moved to clear the area, he allegedly spat on officers' helmet and was arrested. Since June, 31 people have been charged with federal crimes related to incidents at the ICE facility. Boyce was released today on conditions pending further court action. He is due back in court on November 6th.
Well, stay with us for continuing coverage on the status of that National Guard deployment. You can also follow the latest updates anytime at kptv.com and on the Fox 12 app.